I have a master's degree, I have a full-time job in a biotechnology field, I'm a part-time caretaker for my grandparents, I have student loans looming at the back of every financial decision I make, I have an Etsy shop that I started right here in my very kitchen with a Cricut machine I'd never used before, and ended up getting my first sale of my first product 4 days later, and now I'm building a YouTube channel from scratch, and I want to tell you why I'm doing all of it, because I think it matters. So I did what you're supposed to do. I went to school, I got the degree, I even got the master's degree on top of that. And I'm so incredibly proud of myself for being able to accomplish what I have up until this point. But I also spent many years of my 20s thinking that if I followed the path would take care of me. And partially, it does. But partially isn't enough when you have student loans that you need to worry about and a life that you want to live and a house that you need to fix up and all of these other financial goals that you have. And the other thing is that I've watched people build things for a long time. I've watched plenty of people start and fail with a business. I've watched plenty of people start a YouTube channel and skyrocket. I've seen plenty of people start Etsy shops and make their first sale and then their 100th sale. And throughout all these years, I've watched all of these people do all of these incredible things. And I always thought to myself, you're not ready. You don't have their skill set, you don't have their equipment, you don't have the ability to do what they do, you don't have the time. And then at some point, I slowly realized that I wasn't waiting until I was ready. I was waiting because I was afraid. Afraid to try something and not have it work. Afraid to put any effort into anything and not have anything happen at all. And that fear has sadly cost me many years of my life. Honestly, the better part of a decade of me building nothing while I watched so many other people build so many things. And here's something I want to be honest about, because when you look at my channel, you're going to see a majority of beauty content on here. And you're probably going to wonder what any of what I'm saying has to do with what already exists on my channel. And the truth is that it has quite literally everything to do with what I'm saying right now. If you're familiar with the YouTuber Mr. Beast, I'm sure you've heard his concept of 100 crappy videos that he's talked about in other podcasts.
If you have sub 1,000 subscribers, like, there's a good probability your videos just suck. They just do. And you need to make hundreds of videos or 100 videos, I don't know, depends on the difficulty of your videos, improve something every time, and just like get to the point where they don't.
The concept that you need to produce 100 crappy videos before you produce anything of substance. Not because producing crappy videos is the goal in and of itself, but because you can't skip the learning curve. You can't think your way to being good at YouTube and filming and building something. You kind of have to do it badly until you just don't do it badly anymore because you have enough repetition under your belt. And so that's exactly what I've been doing with this YouTube channel. I chose beauty deliberately because that's something that I'm already very passionate about. I can talk about beauty, skincare, hair care, bags for hours on end without much effort. So that gave me the perfect playground to experiment and to learn the technical side of all of this. How to film, how to edit, how to structure videos, how to speak eloquently to communicate my points. And most importantly, how to show up on camera consistently even when I am fully drained and have no time and have no energy left to give after my very busy life. I was practicing very intentionally, and now I'm at a point where I feel comfortable enough to take the next step. And what changed wasn't a moment of inspiration, it was a very deliberate decision on my end because of planning. And to be very truthful, I am tired of watching other people do things that I know I have the ability to do. I got tired of being the person that said, I could do that, and then didn't. So I made a plan. I have been very slowly executing on that plan, but it's been in motion. Step 1 was learning how to do all of this. And step 2 is what's happening right now. So I have an inventions notebook, a literal notebook where I have sketches, product ideas, business ideas, different ways that I would want to iterate on products that already exist, upcoming ideas that I want to execute on, a notebook that I have not acted on in the better part of a decade, which is so sad because I know the things that exist in this notebook deserve to be out in the world. I just need to stop being a little bitch and actually just do it. So I went ahead and bought myself a $1,000 Cricut machine with the intention of creating my own products and selling them on Etsy. And to my surprise, I sold that product 4 days later. And that moment of making that first sale on Etsy gave me the confidence that I had been missing for years. I feel like I'm finally gaining back that delusional sense of confidence that you have in your 20s where you feel invincible and like you can take on the world and do anything. So here's what I'm building and why I'm building it in public. I am building multiple streams of income online because I never want to be in a situation where one person, place, or entity controls my financial destiny. Not a single boss, not a single company, not a single platform. I want financial security. I want my own independence, freedom to move in this world how I see see fit and do what I want to do and create the things that I want to create and not be limited with my earning potential. And I've realized those two things are the same when you look at them close enough. The Etsy shop is one stream of income that I'm building. This YouTube is going to be another stream of income that I'm building, and there will be others that I'm building. And I'm not going to pretend that I have this all figured out because I certainly do not. But what I do have is a very logical brain, a very research-first approach to life. And I also have years of watching other people do this, so I have a pretty good lay of the land to understand how to start moving. I am also not quitting my job to do this. I want to be very clear. I don't think you need to blow up your entire life to build something. I truly believe that you can build something real and impactful in the margins of a very busy life, because that is what I have been doing up until this point and what I will continue to be doing. So I plan to work on all of this after work, before work, on the weekends, in the middle of the night if I have time. And that's really the core mission statement of this channel. I'm making this channel for a very specific person, someone who has a full-time job and real responsibilities, not hypothetical ones. I'm speaking to someone who is logical about how they approach their problems, but also is very creative and wants to explore other creative opportunities to possibly build other income streams for themselves. I'm building this for someone who's been watching in the shadows like I have for years and wants to just have some sort of sign from the universe to tell them to do it. I'm also making this for anyone who loves beauty, skincare, fashion, bags, because as mentioned, that is a passion of mine. And I want to share my honest thoughts and opinions on products that are worth your limited time, resources, and money from somebody who's done the research and isn't being paid to tell you something is good. Those two parts of me, the beauty obsessed one and the analytical one, are the same person, and I think that combination is actually very valuable on many levels. So if any part of this sounds like you're in the right place. And I don't know exactly where this will go, but I do know what I'm building towards. And I do know that the only version of this that doesn't work is the version where I don't keep going. And I want to document it all very honestly because I think this information is so valuable. I want to share the wins, the slow months, what flopped, what's actually working, and why. And I also want to build an email list out of this, and I want to be honest about why. I do not plan on spamming people. This is not going to be a junk email list that you sign up for. I want a direct line of communication for anybody who's in the same phase of life and who's serious about Etsy, earning extra income online, or just creating more financial stability in their life. I want a direct line to those people to share exactly what I've been testing, what I've been learning, what's working and why, as I mentioned, so that you can get real-time updates. And honestly, over time, I want to gather information and data from the people who are on this email list to possibly build another source of income for myself by creating some sort of monetized program, some sort of monetized piece of content, or something for sale, because again, that's what this whole thing is about. But I need research to do that, I need data to do that, and I need participants who are willing to grow and experiment with me. So if you're interested in learning what I'm learning in real time and want to follow the updates, and I'm talking behind the scenes YouTube analytics, how I'm setting up my Etsy shop, what sorts of income streams I'm looking into and building, that email list is going to be for you, and it's going to be in the description box if you want to sign up for it. And if you're curious about how all of this is going to unfold and you want to stick around, definitely consider subscribing. I'll be going deeper on everything I talked about today. The Etsy shop, this YouTube channel, beauty content, it's all here. So you can start wherever feels right for you.